Why, hello there. Welcome. Hope you're doing well wherever you are right now. Let's get present in this conversation together because I got a story to share about a recent conversation I had with my son. And the conversation was around him caring about how others perceive them and what they thought about him. So it's a funny story because yesterday my son had to do his reading homework. So for reading, and parents who have their kids, a lot of us, we have the reading log. So in the reading log, the kid has to read 25 to 30 minutes a day on a certain book and topic. So over here, he had to read a book of a show he no longer watches, Peppa Pig. And Peppa Pig is actually a good show. I was watching it with him. But it's something he outgrew. And he read this book on Peppa Pig, and he had to put it in a reading log. And he said to me, and he came up to me after this, like, oh man, I'm gonna be embarrassed. I don't want to get made fun of or be called a baby for watching or for reading this Peppa Pig book. I was like, oh, interesting. Has that happened to you before, of being made fun of for your reading log? And he thought about it and he said, no, but I think that's what's about to happen. And I was, okay, tell me more about this belief. And he said he was thinking that what's going to happen was when he presents the reading log at the end of the week to his teacher, that some kids will see that and make fun of him. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting how that fear had him make up a story, and he was acting upon as if that was true already. So I do what I do. I like to get into the thick of it. And I actually challenge that thought of his, because what I just asked him is it true? Is that true? Has that happened to you before, as this mosquito was trying to come get me? I know I'm tasty. But I asked him, is it true? Is that true? Has that happened to you before, in which someone made fun of you about the certain book that you read? And no. But he had this fear of somebody saying something to him based upon what he does, because from a previous experience that he had, that's what happened. It's very interesting at such a young age that we take on these beliefs based upon experiences. So it made me wonder, how many of us are currently right now as adults that are living life with the fear of certain beliefs that have happened to us when we were younger, when we were teenagers, and when we're adults. And these thoughts and these things come up about certain situations that can happen again. That fear of being made fun of. And I'm very excited for him, because at such a young age, and it's something that I didn't have, but it's something that I have now, of at a young age being able to have your thoughts challenged like that, those beliefs, and also be able to express what's going on with you, why you have these beliefs, and also have a decision to challenge it and make a new choice. I know scientifically proven, like in that first 8 years of life, and my son's 9 now, that's how our identity actually gets made, the identity of who we are at that age, before life really starts to kick our ass. And maybe in those first 8 years, life might have kicked your ass as well. But those first 8 years are the most crucial, because that shapes our identity. It shapes that ego part of us, which is that part of us that we hear in our mind, and situations like what my son just experienced, that give us information based upon the previous experiences that we had, previous pains, previous pleasures, And it's always shifting as well. It always get added on. And it's something that molds us way more than what we think, even up to this moment right now. And what can happen is when we don't take a look at those things and challenge those things, we run our life based upon these beliefs and also these scarcities that may be true or may not be true. But obviously, survival mechanism is a great tool. For example, if you're outside and a tiger or something's about to maul you or something, you're able to react quickly. But sometimes in other situations, we may feel that that tiger's coming for us and it's not true, but we believe that it's true and react in that certain way. So I had to sit and pause, let that marinate, because that was pretty good. I'm like, oh man. So that's why I wanted to share this, because of the fact in these type of situations, like that fear of what other people are going to perceive, and at such a young age. And we can use that so many times, and you see it in social media world, and you see just in life of just us really caring so much about what other people think about us, and that caring so much of how others perceive us can hinder us from really going for what we want. So that fear of probably being made fun of again in your life might stop you from sharing your truth, might stop you from stepping out there. It stopped me. Before, I had that fear of being ridiculed and shamed again from my previous experiences, and it hindered me from expressing myself. Now, I don't give a fuck. But it took work and repetition to really start to hone in on what truly matters first. And what truly matters to me is, how do I perceive myself? And even on a deeper aspect, how does the creator, this infinite creator God, perceive me as well? And connect to that first and go in there. So that way, where other people's perceptions of me is shown and told, I don't care, but then I do care as well. Infinite. I don't care. I don't care, but I care about in the aspects of my intention for what I want to experience in life. How do I want to improve? How can I continue to improve? How can I be better from this? And when somebody may say something like you're acting like asshole and things like that, being able to care about how the other person may be perceiving me right now, to have a conversation about it, because maybe I'm not seeing that I'm being an asshole right now. So there's always a perfect opportunity to use those things of caring and not caring about how others perceive you based upon it. But obviously, an example with my son and the Peppa Pig thing, of him caring how others perceive them based upon him doing like a homework assignment and reading a book that he actually enjoyed. That's something, that's a whole different thing, because if you're doing something that you enjoy and you enjoy it, that's all that matters. How do you feel about it? What is your intention behind it? Because no matter what, and I noticed from my life experience and also the seeing it out there, it doesn't matter what you do, somebody's gonna have an opinion about it. What is your intention behind it, and how do you feel about it? That's the true question, and taking a look at that. And also, like I said, start to look at that perception, how you perceive yourself. How does God perceive you as well? And integrate in that. And you'll start to see things unfold more with that perception, but then also the fact of others are going to perceive you how they're going to perceive you no matter what. And you can try to control it. Good luck with that. And it takes a lot of effort. And also, you'll never be able to get there. I tried. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of manipulation, a lot of these things, and at the end of the day, it doesn't work. So why not try to do something that does work? Like what I mentioned. Stay connected.